Happy, obviously, to come out with a win. What I shared with the team after the game was I thought we had a really good first half of executing the game plan. And even at halftime, I told them, not to get so caught up in the score, and it was only a 10-point game, but just knowing that we have a lot of new bodies, and I understand the mentality from a high school or AAU basketball game when the score can kind of start looking like it's getting out of hand, it becomes fun time. And I thought we fell into that. And credit Grambling State because, down even to the last seconds, they continued to fight, continued to play hard, did a great job even in the second half, cutting it to 6. But I did love the poise of the guys of not panicking. And then obviously extended the lead back out and was able to come away with the win.
Which I know, T.J. Taylor, I know you're shorthanded, you're not very big, but he came off the bench and gave you a spark, not just points, but rebounds, I think 3 steals. You certainly have that drawn up and have that planned out for tonight?
Well, after the Oregon State game, the staff and I sat down with the new guys, minus Jake, and, we had an open conversation. I let them know how I was thinking and from that game, but also just individually as players. And the one thing that I did say to TJ, because I loved his response while we were talking, was, I just thought Oregon was just a little too big. We were dealing with 7-footers at that point in time. And for a game like that, he got caught in between JJ and Maldo in the sense of playing. But I thought this was a good game for him. So even leading up to this game, he spent a lot of time with the first unit and got some reps. And even over the fall, the one thing that we've said about him as a coaching staff is that he just plays with poise. So every time he's actually out on the floor with the older group, he can fit in and not be erratic at the end of the day. So again, like you said, a lot of people may look at him scoring the basketball, but I thought it was the other stuff that really, really kept him on the floor, rebounding the basketball and defending, even though we were in zone.
Like Justin and Hunter both were talking about how the objective, I guess, their zone was to kind of get it in the middle, kind of play inside out. Was like some better ball movement. You guys were able to do that tonight for the most part.
For us, well, even again going from Oregon State and even learning some of these new guys' game a little bit better. And sometimes when you're going against a zone, what I try to get our guys to understand, yeah, we can have like 50 plays, but we really don't need 50 plays. Zone is more about feel, move, cut, space, fit. Get it in, get it out. And the best 2 guys in our program that can do that is Hunter Maldonado and Justin James. And obviously they're two of our better players as well. But just being able to catch it in the middle, face up, whether it's attack or find our corners, they just have really good basketball IQ. And again, I thought we did a good job, again, playing inside the out, and not settling so much for the 3-ball, but trying to get to the foul line, which I thought we did a good job putting them in tonight, because that was also a point of emphasis, even after our first 2 outings.
Do you think the ball movement has gotten better over the course of these first 3 games for you guys?
Yeah, well, I never thought it was horrible at the end of the day. Again, my thing to our guys is we have to continue to get better on defense. And I took some of the blame for their percentage from the 3-point line because our job was more so just about keeping them out of the paint and allowing them to settle for effective 3-point shots. But at the end of the day, it still wasn't to the point where I felt like it was a great defensive performance. I thought it was okay.
Do you feel you battled better on the glass tonight? I'll rebound them, but do you feel that everybody kind of battled a little harder?
I thought that was probably a highlight of tonight, to be honest with you. One of the things I told our guys, and I think Justin James and Maldo has done a great job setting the tone, because you get into this point that you have to be a certain size or a certain height to be able to rebound the basketball. And I think we got some pretty good athletes that can go up there and get it, or just gritty guys. Like JJ's an athlete, can go up and Maldo's just a gritty guy. At the end of the day, And even with only playing, I think he only played like 7 minutes in the first half, but did a great job in the second half. I actually subbed him out. And he said something. I took somebody else out and left him in because I trust him to that extent, you know. But yes, we did a great job rebounding the basketball, and that helped us in what we were trying to do tonight as well.
You mentioned the conversation you had with the new guys after the Oregon State game. I guess Lawal didn't play tonight. Brandon and AJ very few minutes. Just where do they stand right now?
Well, I mean, right now that's how it is. I should tell our guys, I went through this as a player myself. Yeah. And when I played for Coach Pitino, my sophomore year, I averaged like 10 minutes. But what I tell guys all the time, sometimes I got a donut, you know, but you have to be ready when your number is called. Yeah. You know, TJ took advantage of his minutes tonight. This was a better game for TJ, even with, you know, how they wanted to play because of what I said about earlier. He's a poised guy, you know. It's not to say that we just forget about Brandon or we forget about Luau, but yeah, we have to continue to work. And again, I think these are great opportunities to gain some experience, whether it be on the floor or off the floor, and then better help us when our bigs get back.
Coach, did Maldonado, I know you were talking with those spasms, that he really, you know, even for Oregon State, didn't really practice, just watched. Yeah. Did he get some reps in? Was he able to practice leading up to this game?
He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. He actually wanted to practice yesterday. And, you know, it just gets to the point where it comes back to trust, you know, and he just knows how to play. And he's a guy that you tell once and he gets it, you know. So he can sit there and watch practice, and everything I say he takes in. And to be honest with you, I didn't make the decision to start him was when I went home to take my nap for pregame because I felt like I couldn't sleep. So I just was thinking about that the whole time. But I didn't do it until my pregame speech, and I told guys because I wanted a little bit more maturity in the sense of being prepared for their pressure. And I thought he was the best guy in the sense of taking the basketball out and being kind of a patrol guy back there. So, but now he didn't practice at all, getting prepared for it. Feels a little bit better in the sense of the spasms.